Hello, guys. This is Miss Kia, and I wanted to go over again the five core propositions of accomplished teaching that are the backbone and the foundation of the National Board Standards. So, just to review, the foundational principles or the five core propositions help you to understand the National Board Framework, connect the five core propositions and the standards to your practice, identify areas of growth, and building community. This comprehensive framework defines what accomplished teachers should know and be able to do. So, this is kind of like your basic foundational blueprint, and you need to know what they expect. And this book and these five core propositions is what they expect from every national board teacher. So, the five core propositions are commitment to students and their learning, knowledge of subjects and how to teach them, manage and monitor student learning, systematic thinking about practice, and being a member of a learning community. So, let's go over these a little bit more in depth. You guys did a great job with kind of connecting your personal practice to these propositions, and so I want to take it from a broad lens. What National Board wants to see is that you believe that every student can learn, and that your commitment and your efforts are the pivot point for whether a student learns or not. In other words, you take ownership for what student learning happens in your classroom. So that means that you're committed to students by understanding them, knowing their strengths, their backgrounds, and their learning needs. You create equitable learning opportunities that remove barriers to success. You build inclusive classrooms where students belong and their voice is heard. You maintain high expectations by providing differentiated support and giving the support they need to meet the high expectations that you have. And you advocate for students' academic, social, and emotional well being. Proposition 2 is the knowledge and pedagogy piece. National Board certified teachers are masters and they're knowledgeable and they have very strong pedagogy. So you need to have good content knowledge, you need to have good teaching strategies, and students need to be engaged in your classroom. Proposition 3 is where you talk about managing and monitoring student learning. This is where you have assessments, strategies, and where your planning comes in. So you plan intentionally, you design lessons with clear objectives, your assessments are aligned to those objectives, and you have different pathways for students to meet those objectives. You assess continually throughout the lesson or unit, and you adapt responsively based on what the assessments are telling you. So this is where your assessment data is going to be really important. Major part of component 2, also a part of component 4, and really all of them. But component 2 is where this is really going to hit home. But you need to have a variety of assessment strategies in action throughout your school day. And when you have those and you're able to assess correctly in alignment with your objectives, and then clearly articulate why students are meeting the objective or why they are not, and what you are going to do to move forward on either path, then that will show your adeptness in managing and monitoring what students are learning. Proposition 4 is about reflection and growth. You need to be a reflective practitioner. You need to be able to examine student work critically, to question your assumptions about what you're doing, to seek feedback, not only feedback from your immediate colleagues, but also from students, from mentors, and even from parents. You need to be able to read current research and stay abreast of what is happening in exceptional children's pedagogy and document your growth and your success in those things. And lastly, every good teacher is a part of a learning community, and they establish partnerships with the family, with the professional, wider school community. They seek out mentors, and they have good relationships with school leadership and with other colleagues in the building. So we've already done this reflection activity, but you can continue to think about what propositions resonate with you. What are some examples of what you are actually doing now that meet these five core propositions? And where are some ways that you could maybe make a plan to improve? So applying, having application to these things is what this is all about. So you can collaborate with peers, document your impact, set professional goals with weekly and monthly actions, and we will do that in our coaching cycle as we move through this national award process. Teaching is both an art and a calling, and these five core propositions lay out the foundation of what good teaching looks like. Just know that you don't have to do this process alone. I'm going to be there with you each step of the way, and we are going to learn and grow together and learn how to reflect and do all of the things that this five core propositions are kind of communicating to us. If you are already doing most of the things, and usually teachers who try out for a national board already are, you just need to know how to articulate that in the way that national board wants you to lay it out. And I'm here to help you with that. And the journey continues. Just remember, excellence in teaching begins when we see every moment as an opportunity to learn, lead, and love our students better.